actually feels like a return to civilization. Sailing life isn't always just sort of exotic locations and fun adventures. The winch that I'm working on WildChild, I think we may have lost that winch. It's November of 2019. The girls have moved WildChild down to the safety of Puerto Rico. It's a beautifully protected bay with a wonderful marina and access to shore. So your two favorite sailor girls have been treated like princesses. We're here at the marina in Puerto Rico. I have just spent 4 months in Lupron, and although a lovely and friendly place, it is kind of third world. For me, I've finally arrived back into the first world, and I'm sort of in culture shock. Look both ways before you cross the road because of car traffic. I remember this.
It's recording.
After spending like months and months in the Dominican Republic, you know, with the farm animals and the rusted shacks and the very poor, nice, poor people, coming to Puerto Rico actually feels like a return to civilization. Like, look, there's no farm animals, there's no animal shit, there's no cows that I have to look out for that are going to walk over me, there's no packs of wild dogs running around, there's cars and clean houses and power infrastructure and like paint on the road lines. It's like a return to civilization, and it feels kind of nice. Elena has this weird eye for wild fruits and vegetables and stuff, and she's always looking into the trees for little treasures. And we're not sure if this is actual wild bananas growing or not, but it caught her attention pretty quickly. I have no idea what a banana tree looks like. Is that wild bananas? I don't know. A banana tree is a palm tree? What do you think? Is it bananas? Wild bananas or just decoration? So we wandered around exploring the place, and down the road we found this interesting outdoor food place. It was Miguel's Bar and Grill, and I discovered what an empadilla is for the first time. We decided to go in, get a drink, relax, and find something to eat. I realize that you sit home at your computer desk watching YouTube videos about sailing because you dream of the lifestyle, but it's not all beaches, bikinis, and sunshine. Every single boat has a project list of boat work constantly waiting for you to do. These are 2 little projects that I've been ignoring for about a week, but we've got time today, so we might as well get them done. Well, sailing life isn't always just sort of exotic locations and fun adventures. You do live on a sailboat. A sailboat is a functioning, hard-worked kind of home, I guess. So, we always have things on the to-do list. As you know, there's a whiteboard on WildChild with all the latest things to do. We have had problems with our chain plates leaking, and I'll show you clips of that. Chain plates because, you know, the shrouds are always pulling and the mast is pumping the shrouds and the chain plate's always wiggling. Resealing chain plates is kind of a normal thing to do. Sometimes... What was that? Something... There was a dolphin. There are dolphins in the bay. They must be looking around for fish. That's kind of cool. There again. So the winch that I'm working on WildChild, it's a variant 23, so it's a 2-speed, very expensive winch. It's original. We use it for the spinnaker halyard when we throw spinnaker. Kind of, it's a critical winch, and we really need this to work for our boat. It's probably the one we use the most on the deck. When we were lifting the dinghy the other day, we noticed, like Elena said, hey, it seems really, really heavy, and I was like, ah, you're just a wimp. But if you look, this is like easy gear. Wow, I can't even get it now. So we used it to lift dinghy, even though it was really hard and getting harder because we just thought there was something wrong with the halyard of the dinghy. It was hard to lift. But then I realized after we released the dinghy, no, something's wrong with the winch. It's basically seized. I got all the caps off. I don't know how to lift the outer casing off. It's just seized so much. So I have it swimming in penetrating oil, penetrating lubricant. We'll see what we can do, but I think we may have lost that winch, and we need that winch. It might be possible for me to reorganize, I don't know, somehow, my deck. Or I guess I could cut it out. I have some smaller winches. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Anyways, it's not all glory. It's $1,000 fucking winch, and there's no way I can afford a new one, so I don't know what to do. After a day of boat work in the bay on WildChild, later that evening we were invited to shore to the cruisers gathering with Dario and the crew at Pescadero Marina. And I went back for seconds and thirds of my new favorite food at Miguel's Bar and Grill. I have not even seen a washer or dryer for laundry in like 6 months. I am so excited for real clean clothes. Beside the marina office, we found this little business, West Coast Sailing, sort of like a mini chandlery sailor stop. Yesterday, this is where I met a cool sailor named Dario. He told us that if we returned today with a map, he would mark on it and show us all of the cool places to visit by sailboat in Puerto Rico. The unwritten rule among sailors is that sailors always take care of sailors. Dario is a splendid example among us. He was happy to sit down with me for like an hour. We went through Navionics, we drew on the little map, he showed me all the cool places to stop and visit, gave me a lot of cool reconnaissance information of the waters ahead. So the prevailing winds are always coming along. Is this much mountains? Elena is never very interested in captain's talk, but she tolerates it. I love it though. I'm absorbing all of Dario's wisdom and advice and helpful information like a big sponge. So we were just on shore at the marina, and WildChild has finished doing laundry, getting valuable cruising information from our good friend Dario, and we've arrived with precious cargo. Anibal has lent us a pulley puller to try to work on our winch problem. If we can't get that drum head for the winch off with a pulley puller, then there is no hope for it, then it is completely seized. Here's to hoping this works. Oh.
What?
No, what is that?
Why is this wrong again? Do it.
What the hell kind of bowline is this? This is not a bowline.
Do it then.
No. You have to practice your knot tying skills. You have to do a bowline.
I said you're not gonna film this and you're filming it. So
okay. Do you ever wonder why you hardly ever see Elena on this YouTube channel? And this is why. Borrow a pulley puller off our friend Anibal on shore, wonderful human being. He loaned us a pulley puller. We have to get it back. We're going to see if this will get our drum head off. If this fails, we lose. So here's to hoping good things happen. So we lose. Like, even with a pulley puller, I can't get the thing to budge. It's just not going to happen. It is never coming apart again. We lose. The winch is garbage.